Hello, YouTube. It has been quite some time. Starters. My name is Tina, and this is my channel, Tina's Knitting Needle. I am a knitter. I am a crocheter. I am all-around crafter, sewer. Anything crafty, I do. It has been quite some time. Sorry for the fidgeting, trying to get back into the groove. It's been quite a while since I've been on here. I took a couple of month hiatus between going back to work, trying to get everything situated between the kids in school. I'm over here looking at the floor, not realizing my camera's here. I know a lot of y'all in the beginning of the year, I was experiencing a lot of tooth pain. So if my face looks a little different, I just had some surgery on Thursday. So the swelling is going down. I'm doing a lot better. So I had a really bad wisdom tooth, and because of that wisdom tooth, it was causing nerve damage in the right side of my face. So with that being said, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I was waiting for my insurance to approve the removal of 5, not 1, but 5 teeth. So that mentally took a toll on me, and I kind of just stopped crafting. I just kind of shut down, went to work, did what I had to do, came home, took care of the kids, and then, go to bed and cry it out. It's something I got to deal with. Anyways, I have quite a few projects that I do have done, which you would think in the maybe 5 months, 6 month hiatus I took, I'd have more. I have a lot more projects started. I do have a Christmas one that's out there, but I'll show it in another video. I just didn't feel like digging her out because it's just, she's getting bigger. I have been working on some clay charms, some either stitch markers, or every once in a while I'll pop on a pair of loops on them and turn them into earrings. So again, my name is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. For anybody who stood by me and just, kind of browsed my videos, thank you for returning. New viewers, hello, welcome. Nice to meet you. And I hope y'all enjoy what I show. I'm not going to be able to do this every week as, again, I start another second job on Friday. So I'll be working 2 jobs, still dealing with the kids and trying to do the mom things, the wife things, and the whole, kit and caboodle. So this might just be maybe once a month or twice a month if I get back into my groove and see how both my jobs are going to be, and I can budget a quick video. See, because weekly, I know for a fact I can't get projects done that quickly. So it might just be even twice a month. Again, this is just a hobby that I like to do, jumping on here, showing my progress. Getting in the numbers in TikTok. So if you go to my TikTok, Tina's Knitting Needle, I have a lot of my projects, my past projects, things that I've made, things that I've sold that are on there. So we'll get right into what I finished and what I'm working on and what I've done as far as stitch marker wise. And that is about it. So I hope y'all enjoy. Now, about a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago, when Harry Styles' late night talking video came out, he was wearing this beautiful pink and green scarf, and I'm pretty sure it was a 2x2 rib. I didn't have the patience for that. Ain't nobody doing no 2x2 rib, especially knitting. And I don't have a knitting machine, so with that being said, I kind of free-handed the scarf that he was wearing in that music video. So this is the scarf. I'm 5'3"-ish, 5'4". So it goes from my ankle all the way up and around my head down to my ankle, the other side. So she's pretty big. She's very heavy and very warm. So I don't know how many stitches I can't sit on. Again, it's free-handed. I started with a tube. I crocheted this side. I crocheted both sides to close it. And I have all the little knots inside. I made sure I tighten them up, not giving it to anybody, so it's not like I had to weave in and all that stuff. That's perfectly fine. If she falls apart, I know how to pick up my stitches. So, but yeah. So this is my late night talking, free-handed music videos, Late Night Talking by Harry Styles. So that's one of my projects here. And she is humongo. Pretty big. So I'm going to want a screenshot for my thumbnail. So perfect. So that's the first one I finished. I actually, again, I started, I think, maybe a year or two ago, and I finally finished it in December, right before Christmas. So that's one of them. Another project that I might have free-handed, or I think I might have grabbed like a couple of different patterns, because a lot of patterns, depending on the yarn, don't fit me. My weight has been fluctuating a lot. So this is my weight now. I've actually lost about 50 pounds in a year, and in the last 2 months, I kind of put 10 pounds back on. So my weight fluctuates. But anyways, so I had to pull different patterns from different crafters, I guess, or designers, excuse me. I had to pull different patterns from different designers and kind of just mix up the numbers and just slap it together. So this is a, it's like a dust cardigan, I want to say. And the yarn for that one, I'm sorry, for my Harry Styles, I used Tea Leaf Green by Red Heart, and I used Pretty Pink by Red Heart. This one here, the gray is Pound of Love, and the purple was a Mega Ball from Hobie. So again, this one is free-handed, and I tried to get it to a medium large. So that's this one. And my sleeves, my cuffs, I didn't want to do crochet because, I mean, I'm not a big fan of certain cuffs, except for like when I'm doing my hexagons. So I went in with a knitting needle, I picked up my stitches, and I knitted my cuff 2x2 rib, or, yeah, 2x2 rib. So, and she's pretty warm. And my husband was like, you should mix match the colors here between the bands. So I don't, however, like that I didn't put enough purple. So the purple comes right underneath my bottom. I would have had liked it to start at my hip, the purple, and then come down. So if I remake this again, I know instead of putting like, let's say this is 40 rows of gray, maybe do 35 or maybe even 30, and do, instead of 40 of purple, 45, 50. So, but again, she's extremely pretty. No matter how many times I wash it, block it, I still have these little curves. Personally, I'm not making these for anybody, so I don't really care how they look. As long as I made them, I like them, and they keep me nice and warm. So that's the second project I've done. Now, again, with the free-handing of different patterns and different designers, the beginning of these patterns are from Mikey, the Crochet Crowd, and then I kind of just went off from there, free-handing the binding off, or, you know, the edging, how the duster falls at the bottom, and how the sleeves are. So the first one, it's, again, it's all Red Heart yarn, but as you can see, this vinyl right here, my daughter fell in love with the colors, and she's like, Mommy, you should name the cardigan Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan. So this one, again, it's half Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, hexagon, and then the rest is just thrown together. So there's this one. She's very funky. I love it. It's not, this one was my first one. I've made a couple years ago, like many, many years ago, but they were huge. And that's when I had just started crocheting. So, you know, I didn't know how to close off here. So it was huge underneath. I could wrap it underneath my armpits, and it was just humongo. So I gave them away. But these I've learned to do a little smaller. And the sleeve here, and she's okay. I mean, I like the poofiness. And I like this part here because it just wraps around perfectly. I can pull it up a little bit, pull my thumb through one of them. So it'll be real pretty. Yeah. And as I was saying, I wasn't the best with putting the bottom on because I was still learning how to do the hexagons. It became a big thing, I guess, last year, and people are still making them. So you can see here, my chain looks really wonky because I have picked up from the corner here. Really wonky. And then what I did was I did the band up here first, the edging, and then I did here. So again, it's for me. I'm pretty sure I can throw a double crochet or half a crochet around it, kind of fix this edge. So on this side here, same thing. It's kind of wonky, but again, it's don't matter. I forgot the name of the yarn, but again, I do know. I'm pretty sure it's a Red Heart yarn. I'm pretty sure it's a Red Heart yarn. But again, I named this, or my daughter named this, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, that's the third one. This one was a lot better. Excuse me. This one was a lot better. So, that one I think put 23 rows around. Or 25, excuse me, 25. This one I went in with 22, this one I went 23. The current one that I'm doing is 22. And that one you're going to see where I kind of just joshed it up. I don't know where I went wrong. I think when I wasn't in pain before my surgery, my gauge was a lot looser. I was comfortable. I was feeling okay. The days that I was in pain, and I was just in intense mode, you can see where I put my stitches a lot tighter, so it's going to look real smaller on one side than the other. I'm hoping that when I wash it, I'm going to leave it still wet and just try to pull the stitches and just let her air dry in my bathroom for a day or two. But anyways, this one, I named it. The yarn is by Red Heart as well. These are cakes, by the way. These are discontinued yarns as well. This one I named Frozen in Arendelle. This one is actually my favorite. So she's a lot different as far as I don't match the colors. Some things I will match colors. Some things I won't. My edging here again, I still have the puff, but I did my decreases a lot faster. So she actually comes up to here on my arms, not like the other one here. But it's just okay. I wear a lot of bracelets, so. And then the edging around, I have a nicer cuff around the neck, a lot cleaner. And then my edging at the bottom, a lot cleaner, a lot more cleaner. So, a lot prettier. I should have probably showed the back, but it's the same thing. So. This one I call Frozen in Arendelle. Believe it or not, I think I've gotten like 3 or 4 hats done, knitted as well. So my 40th birthday was two Wednesdays ago. Yay, I'm 40. And that weekend, my husband had gotten, for my Christmas gift, he got me tickets to go see Darcy and Jeremy. They're 2 Canadian husbands who are comedians. And I've been wanting to see them for the longest. I've been watching them on TikTok for I think almost a year or 2 now. And when we found out they were coming to Georgia last June or July, as a surprise for Christmas, he got me the tickets. So I know I knitted up a couple of hats. I gave them the hats as gifts. They're on my TikTok. You'll be able to see them if you go in there, and it'll say that, I made these 2 hats for 2 comedians I'm going to see. So I know I whipped out about 3 or 4 hats, 2 or 3 hats. I don't know. But again, it took a toll with the nerve damage in my face. It was causing a lot of headaches, a lot of vision problems. I was so uncomfortable to the point where I couldn't even sit down for long periods at a time. And I'm a housekeeper. So you would think as a housekeeper, I'm moving about. It was damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I was sitting around, I was in pain. If I was moving about, I was in pain. So to try and focus on a pattern and try to read a pattern, you know, and sit there and really zone in, it just made my brain and my skull even more just fried. So that's why I said not many projects have gotten done. But I'm hoping to get back in the groove of things. Hopefully that I can balance my time out, because I told my husband and my kids the same thing. Mommy needs a little bit of crochet time during the weekends, at least if it's an hour or two. You know, I need to get back into what I love to do most. And even if I don't sell my stuff, or, you know, people are not interested in buying my things, that's okay. The majority of the things that I make anyways is for me. Like socks, knitting socks. I don't make them for nobody, not even my own kids. They're very, how do you say? I can't remember the word, but it's on point with the sizing, and I don't like to pull apart any socks. I hate tinkering. I hate frogging. I just can't stand it. Once I'm in the groove of making a pattern, it is now or never. And if it comes out a little sloppy, again, I'm not selling it. It's for me. Now, I will say this. If I was to sell things, I always put, and somebody actually criticized this the other day on TikTok, was like, why would you do that? I put one mistake in all of my projects. And she says, well, why would you do that? People are paying for it. It's my thing. If somebody came on and said, oh, I made this, and you're scanning it, no. Don't bullshit me. I leave a mistake in all of my projects. It's like my signature mark. So one of these, so my current hexagon that I made here, if you look really closely in one of the granny stitches, I put 4 double crochets instead of 3. It's my signature. So it's just my thing. Don't know where the hell I was going with that one. But anyways, it's my thing. I need to get back into what I love doing. And I'm hoping that maybe in the next couple of weeks I can get a Centro machine. I don't want to say it's lazy knitting. It's not. But I'm getting older, and I don't have the time to do, you know, certain things. So if it means, you know, I want to bump out a hat real quick for that weekend, I want to wear something purple or something blue, I don't have 6 to 12 hours to make a hat. Like my sock head hat, that one alone took me about maybe 8-9 hours. I'm working on a second sock head hat, which I have it right here. I forgot to bring it. So I'm making a second sock head hat, and it's taken me already a month just to get through the ribbing. Again, I'm not really focusing on too much of my projects. I'm focusing on work. But I'm hoping I can get a Centro in the next couple weeks to just kind of bump out these little projects. So before I get over here to what I've been working on and what I've probably shown in the past, but haven't really made much effort. Yesterday, I like to collect enamel pins. I love my Guardians of the Galaxy. I love my pins. I love anything that has to do with nostalgic, you know, 80s, 90s. So I didn't want to spend $10 on a pin banner. So I just made one myself. Busted out the sewing machine, and I made a banner. Now there's a dowel in here. I didn't realize the dowel was going to be too small. I didn't realize I was going to make this too big. As I have a couple of pins coming in that I've ordered. So I had an old, I believe this is a boy, knitting needle. I don't use these straight needles anymore. They're either used for crafts or breaking open boxes. So I got the dowel in there to hold the weight of the pins. And I have an old knitting needle. And this is what I made. Yeah. So, real pretty. So, that took me about maybe 15 minutes to make. So, I'm very proud of some of the things that I make. My kids were like, oh, Mommy, those are so cute. Stitch markers and or earrings, however you want to use them. So, when the pain started and I kind of took a break from, like I said, knitting, crocheting, sewing, clay. So started playing with some clay, started making some things, and I did try to sell them, you know, on, I had an Etsy shop, I had a TikTok shop, but because a lot of the percentages going back to these websites, I can't do it. Not only that, but I'm not the best with, you know, how to do the shipping, the weights, all that good stuff. So if you're looking to buy something from me, I would just rather you go to my just go to my TikTok page itself, send me a DM, like, hey, you know, I'm interested in this and this and that. I have Facebook. I barely am on Facebook because, again, I don't get much traffic on Facebook. So, but my TikTok. I'm trying to get back into the Instagram. My daughter's been teaching me how to use that as well. So, but everything, TikTok. Tina's Knitting Needle. So anyways, I don't have any shops, but I show everything off, and when they DM me, I give you a fair price. I got some lint on me, give you a fair price, and I try to just estimate shipping anywhere between $5 and $10. Now, unless it's like one of these heavy ass blankets or cardigans, then I'm automatically gonna just go straight, you know, and be like maybe 15 roughly. So anywho, so I started making a couple of these clay stitch markers, and I was selling these for $5 a piece at the time, except for like some of the more, I know the word, it's right here, but very meticulous ones that I've made. So hopefully you can see them through the plastic. Now here's a heartless that I made from Kingdom Hearts. There you go. That's a heartless from Kingdom Hearts. I made some earrings. Now this one is a 2-pack only because it's my earrings. But they come in one. These are my Kirby's. Put my earrings back up top. So those are the earrings. They're not the best. You know, they're made for fun. So my little Kirby's, and they come with a bulb and an eyelet. Those are my Kirby's. Let's see, a little better of the heartless one. Yep. Then I started making some Pac-Mans, and they're all random. So you get a Pac-Man with an orange. The bulb is in his mouth. Pac-Man with a blue. There should be 2 more here. Pac-Man. I think this was the first one that I made. So he's super tiny. I'll have to reduce some of these. Again, I don't have much time, but you know, during the summertime, I really don't like to knit and crochet, which I probably should for the winter time. But the little red one, he's super tiny. And then there's the Pac-Man with the pinky. I know they have names. They do have names. Yeah, he looks chipped. He's not. It's the bulb. Okay, there we go. So, made a couple of those. Then, if you are a Animal Crossing fan, I made a couple of bell bags. Those are cute. All right. Then these are all just now random ones that I've made here. Oh, another Animal Crossing, a Pitfall. Yeah. And then Mario, a couple of Yoshi eggs. Just show one, Tina. Couple Yoshi eggs. So, now these are all just random ones. I made some oranges. They're a little hard to see because they're in the plastic, but I don't want to take them out. If I happen to sell them, I don't want to put all, you know, my hand germs all over them. I'm sorry, you can't see them as great. You can see the stem on that one. Yeah. Those are my oranges. I also made support in the police. I don't know what they're called, but got the blue line. So, and then these are again just randoms. Some ice cream cones. Ice cream cone, like a Packers themed colored one. And then I think there's that one, the chocolate. So then I one day got a little bored, wanted to do mushrooms, little mushrooms with faces. There you go. And I see your face. Not all the faces are the same. I'm not the best with painting. So you got the red one, got the little purple ones, got my little green ones, and I tried to match the stitch markers if you notice. green stitch marker, or bulbs, shall I say. And then he was a random, so I don't think I'm going to be ever selling him, but I made a Goomba. He looks so busted. His teeth are so busted like mine. And the rest are just donuts. So, got some chocolate donuts here. Let's see. This one's a little bit more shinier. Yeah, there you go. So, some chocolate donuts. Got some blue donuts. Got some yellow donuts. And we got some pink donuts. Those are the other things that I've been working on for the last couple of months. I started making bumblebees, but my damn cats decided they wanted to chew one of the faces off on my bumblebee, so I have to remake it. But here's what my bumblebee looks like. Yeah, they're not the best, so work in progress, right? But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I did make a bender. However, he broke in the oven, so I'll have to do that one again when I have the patience. So that's everything that's been finished the last few months I haven't been on. A couple of things. So I might have shown this a while back. Works in progress. So now, this was a pattern by Marley Bird. I don't remember. My apologies. But I think the last time, if I did show it, I was like around here. So I did manage to get another couple of repeats in. So I forgot what this pattern is called. But I am using Chic Sheep yarn. I think it's a discontinued yarn as well. I got the gray and the white from Hobby Lobby about 4 years ago. They say $9.99. I got them for $4.99. So I had two for the price of one. But yeah, I've been working on her for quite some time. It's a gorgeous pattern. I have quite a few screw ups in here. That's okay. I was able to find the count and just pick up the stitch, or just, I don't know. I figured it out and I fixed it. So again, it's for me. Nobody's going to notice. I have all my ends here, but yeah, she's one of my favorite patterns that I've been working on. Again, it's a lot of reading to do all this, the repeats. So that's another reason why I haven't picked her up. But I did do quite a few repeats. I just haven't finished her because mentally I just didn't have the time or the capacity in my brain. She's living in a little basket here I got from Dollar General for $5. 1, 2, 3. I take it in the car with me when I want to work and read. This one I made this bag myself quite a while back. Stranger Things bag. My bags are not the best. They're still a little wonky. But, again, work in progress. I'm learning. See how the sides are? So this one is a driving one. I don't work on this very often. If we're in a team meeting or we're just driving to Walmart, which is like a 10-15 minute drive, I pull her out and I work on it. So the yarn, I believe, it's a wrap, discontinued. I hunted this down years ago, maybe 2 years ago from Amazon. I'm working on a 9-inch circular needle. The other one, I think that was a 18, whatever the hats are for. 5.5 millimeter. So, but this is a 9-inch circular, and I've been working on this project for about a year now. She's very thin. It's tubular. I believe this is called the Kitchener stitch. Yeah, I believe. I'm not sure. But, yeah. So, this one is just, again, this is more of a travel project. So she's nothing that I have to get done right away. I have to, I want to finish it before. It'll be done by next winter. So, but she's going to be real paper thin, which is okay. And just wrap it around a couple of times. So, again, this one I just, whenever I'm traveling, meetings, I have a little bit of downtime at work. So, that's that one. I'm sure I had shown the other socks at the time I had finished them. But with this one, I decided I had plenty left over. This is a yarn from Knit Picks. I don't have the labels. This is a Knit Picks yarn. This pink is a Knit Picks yarn. I'm going to show that one. Very pretty. My stomach growls, I'm sorry. It's about breakfast time, so I wanted to get this banged out early in the morning. And this is another Knit Picks yarn. So, as a matter of fact, the sock is right here next to me, I think. Yes. So these are the socks I made about a year ago. As you can see, I still haven't weaved in my ends. I live in Georgia, so we don't really need wool socks, but to have around the house. So I made these socks about a year ago, and I think they're matching. I don't know where. Okay, here it is. No, they're not matching. So I made this pair about a year ago. I did different green or teal, pink, and then did those, and then I switched the tops off here. So I had plenty of yarn still left over. I'm like, okay, well, I could knit some mittens, which I'm actually fingerless mittens, which I'm going to be casting on, I think, this weekend. I have so much wool there, and I have brand new wool that's still in a hank on that side. Anywho, so I might have shown this. I might have had just casted it on. I maybe put on like 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. But this is what I'm doing with the yarn now. I'm kind of doing some Freddy Krueger kind of looking sweater bit here. And I'm still, my socks are good. They're not going to fall apart, but my edgings are, one side is always like, it's weird, but it fits. It's for me. So, but that's what I'm doing with this one. Now, the heel, I don't think I'm going to do this. That's way too much for the heel. So I think the heel, one will be green, one will be pink, and the top will be the same thing as here. I just wanted the toe to be funky. So the next toe is going to start with blue and then the pink. So, yeah, I'm a 7.5. So my stitch count, I want to say 60. So, yep. I haven't touched this one quite some time neither. Just like I said, just put on a couple rows and took a break from it. So, living in my bag that I got from Temu last year as well for like $5. One of the cutest little bags I got from Temu, and she's waterproof. So, I don't really use it for anything else but just storing a project. So, This one I started, I want to say in March or April, or maybe before my last episode that I had put up. I had just started it. I wanted it on time for Halloween. I've made one of these pinwheels before in the same colors. Either I sold it to somebody or it just got destroyed over the years. I don't remember. But anywho, so I started, this is called the Pinwheel by the Crochet Crowd. The orange is Big Twists. And the black yarn, I believe, is Impeccable. Now, years ago, they used to sell the mega balls or loops and threads. Loops and threads. They used to sell these big mega balls, and I was able to get my hands on one of them. And I had diced it up into all these mini little cakes in case I wanted them for different projects. But anyways, so this is the Pinwheel by the Crochet Crowd. Oh, dear Lord. And as you can see, I started finishing up. I was like, I'm done. I really like my pinwheels to be from here, covering my feet. And I like to throw a lot of them over my couch, just for decorations. I got tired. I'm like, done with this blanket. So I started the black. So I have to do maybe 3 more rows, or 2 more rows of black after this one. And then I have to do the shells. So I might just say forget about it and finish this weekend, since I'm like, as you can see, I'm right there. I'm actually on the 2nd row already on this side. So yeah, this is my pinwheel, and that's my Halloween blanket. It'll be ready for next year. Yay. So, and I think I was using, to be honest, I don't even remember the hook that I was using. My brain is just not there. I think I'm using a 6mm. If I'm right, I might be using a 6mm. It is living in this cute little basket that I got from Joann's. They were on clearance. I got the small. This one's the medium, and then there's a large one. I think I paid like $4 for each one. So about $15 with me going to pick shipping to my house. $15 altogether. I got a set of 3 in the navy blue. So that's that one. Now, this one here, this was just a whim the other day. I was going through my yarn. I'm like, oh man, I got so much yarn that's starting to get yarn rot. No good. So this is just a freehand. I'm using I want to say, this one I know is a Pound of Love. I don't remember the name of the color. And I think this one here is, yeah. So the blue one is Pound of Love Lion Brand, and this one here, the navy blue, is Karen 1 pound. So they're falling apart. I'm using a 5.5mm hook, and I'm just doing a random scarf. 2 double crochet, 2 front posts, 2 double crochet. So I guess close to the waffle stitch, just without all the extra waffle. So she is a little wonky. And I have all my ends here, and I think she's upside down. No, I had it right. So this is just a freehand. Again, whenever I feel like I just don't want to read any patterns, my brain is not in the mood. It is upside down. My brain is not in the mood to comprehend reading. Just kind of work on this. I'm doing 4 navy and 4 baby blue. So, and I just started this about maybe 4 days ago, after my surgery, and I was in so much complete pain. My face was so much more swollen than this. I still have a little bit of swelling that needs to go down, so in maybe another week or 2, my face will be a little thinner. But yeah, I got home that day, I took a nap, and I was like, when I got up and I made everybody dinner, I couldn't eat. I was like, I just want to go in my room, take my medication, and I want to do something and keep my mind off of the pain. And I just started whipping this baby up. So, and she is living in a kitty cat bag that I made as well. I sewn this. Oh, that's just a crease. But as I said, my bottoms are getting a little better on some of these bags, and my inside is a nice pretty orange. So they're not perfect, but for me, yeah. Okay, so this one, I made this bag. This is also Animal Crossing print. I got it at Joann's. That's just a crease. I started getting much better at these bags at this point. So this is another hexagon cardigan that I'm working on. And this one I actually started, not this past Saturday, the Saturday before that, before I went to the comedy show. This one is aggravating me because my husband went and picked up the yarn for Mother's Day. 2 were the same and 2 were not. So what I did was the insides are the deeper blue and then the outsides are the faded blue. Perfect. It looks great. Here's the problem. You can't, yeah, you can probably see it. So this side looks a lot more bigger and fluffier. As to this side, it looks a little smaller and tighter. So I'm sure that, well, again, I wasn't in pain. I was feeling okay that day, and my gauge was loose. And the days on here, I'm just, the pain is intensifying, so I'm intensifying my stitches. So this one I'm working on now, 22 rows, and I did the same cuff as my Frozen Arendelle. I didn't want it too long, so this one, the same thing, come up right to here. But because this side is a lot more tighter than that side, this one comes up to here, and the other side comes up to here. So I'm hoping that once I, again, wash it on delicate and I pull it out, I'm gonna leave it just, I'm gonna maybe spray some Downy on it, some fabric softener, and then try to really pull her apart. On here, I'm gonna add see, I don't know what to do because I might just do the double crochets like I did for the other one, where it's a cleaner bottom here, much more cleaner. I might do that, but then I might want to go in with just one round of double crochet. I might want to put wooden buttons on this one. So, and I left more opening up top here. The other 2 come up to here. I wanted a little bit more opening as well, because if I leave it hanging open, I like that look of, you know, the arch like that, just kind of open. So, yep. This one, I call In Those Jeans. I don't know why, it reminds me of a Genuine song. You see here? And she's puckering. And I haven't really fully pulled it apart, so again, once I wash it and block it, it'll probably fall nicer. So yeah. And one more project before I wrap this up. I didn't think I was going to be almost a whole hour episode. Yay. I'm hoping to jump on TikTok and go crochet with some of the ladies that I've been wanting to hang out with for quite a while, but whether I was at work or the kids were being too loud, or we've been having some really on and off storms down here in Georgia, so internet was acting like funky and whatnot. So as I said, I'm working on a sockhead hat. Now I got tired of the socks. Now that other one, that one is just whenever I feel like, so I'm not doing any socks anytime soon. I got plenty of wool brand new on this side in Hanks. I got plenty of wool up there that I have not used, I have used, and I could just mix and match. I'm taking a break from socks. That one is just I don't feel like reading any patterns, so let's just go ahead and just go around and around and around and around in the round. So this yarn here, I had gotten a while ago. This one here, and was one of my favorites. Now, granted, it took me about 3 to 4 weeks to get this yarn. Really irked my brains because it said, yeah, it ships out within 7 days. And we're on week 3. I had to start kind of, hey, you know, where's the yarn? I'm need my yarn. I paid $30-something. And great customer service. They got back to me and was like, you know, this colorway was selling. And I was like, you know what? My bad. I'm so sorry. I go to the website, sold out. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, this was selling out. This was... sorry. And I know with dyers, you know, it's not like, you know, machines or, you know, these factories where they just dye it, pump it out, and sell it. These people take their sweet time, a good sweet time, for perfection. And they want to make sure that their customers are going to be loyal to come back. So when I received it, I was in love. I was like, oh, well worth it. I would have waited 2 months for it. So, Sock Obsession yarn. And the colorway is Those Crazy Eggs. 4-ply, 75, 25, superwash merino nylon, 463 yards. So again, I could have made them into socks. Now my lighting is probably not the best, but and there's a little cozy I had gotten from Etsy about a year ago. Born to Knit, I think it says. Yeah, Born to Knit. That's by Knitting Notions. I have about 4, 5, 6 of her cozies. Amazing. So you go ahead and check them out on Etsy. But yeah, it's the colorway here. Those crazy eggs. So I love my sockhead hat, and I was like, you know what? Forget about it. We're going with another sockhead hat. I did stop, I think, 1 or 2 rows before the 4 inches. The ribbing, I told you, the ribbing alone just took me a month. So it kind of was starting to irk my brain. And I'm like, I can't comprehend what's going on because of here. So look how pretty she is pulling. Really nice. I tried to alter the color by, if I seen blue, I'd pull enough to get to the yellow and then cast on the yellow there, but it didn't seem to happen that way for me, so that's okay. But look at that pulling. She is gorgeous. And yes, my New York stitch marker, I am from New York. But she pulled beautiful. So now that I'm done with the ribbing, I'm up to the round and around and around. I do this for about 20 inches, 20 centimeters. I don't know. I have to check the pattern. The sockhead hat. I believe it's free. on Ravelry. If not, I might have paid for the pattern if it wasn't free. But anyway, when I saw Ray from Needles at the Ready, he made this hat about a year or 2 ago or whatever. I fell in love with this hat, and I had to. And I have a purple one somewhere floating around here. It's probably in my bag. It's one of my favorite ones. I had used Hobie Halloween yarn. It's like a purple, dark navy blue, and then a light purple. One of my favorites. So what better to up my colors, because my favorite color is blue. I don't own anything blue. I don't make anything blue. So I know this is more of a sky blue, but hey, it's something. So she is the prettiest thing, and she feels it's weird because it feels like cotton. It oddly fit, and I was starting to debate, is this cotton and wool? No, it's just after it's dyed, some of them have a weird texture, and I'm pretty sure once I wash it, she'll get that soft wool feel. And just the prettiness of the 2x2 rib. So, and I think I'm working on a 3.25. I rarely use these size needles. I only like to use 2.75 on my socks, and everything else is usually 4 and up. But I was like, you know what? Just follow the pattern. I think the other ones I did 3.75, if that's even a thing, if it exists, or probably a 4mm. So, but any hoot, and it's living in my little $5 Walmart bags. I love getting these bags from Walmart. I don't know if they're makeup bags, or usually when you go to the craft section, they're hanging on the sides, like before you go into the aisle. So I have, I think, 2 of the black ones. I have an orange one, and I have a green one. I like collecting these. Another thing I like getting from Walmart is, I believe it's a 4-pack or a 5-pack. Oh, dear Lord. So, I think it's a 4-pack or a 5-pack of these. They're in the makeup section, and I use them as Notion bags. So I have like 2 packs. So I think I have 10 of them floating around. And I took one day and just started like building them up. Like one of the scissors belong in here. So every single one has a pen, a darning needle, a measuring, and a pair of scissors. I got a 10-pack of those from Amazon. Each one has, this one has 2. I don't know why, but I move things around. It belongs in this one. So yeah, I think I paid like $6-7 for a pack of 4 or 5 of these. And I use them. I put them in every single bag that I'm working on. So these are great. These are amazing. But anywho, so that is my journey so far the last couple of months. As I said, it's not going to be as consistent as I would like it to be, as I'm now taking on a second job. There is another one that I'm actually gunning for that I don't want to spill the beans about just yet because, I don't like, it's like saying the Q word. Oh, it's so quiet. Don't do that. So, right now I got these two going, and it's going to take up a lot of my time. I'm going to try and, like, right now, I guess I'm going to probably jump on TikTok, see if some of the girls are there, maybe go hang out with them for a little bit. If not, I'm going to finish the In Those Jeans hexagon, see what I can get done, because I have just a little bit of the ball left. And that's 4 skeins of Big Twist. Actually, that's the yarn. It was Big Twist. Anywho, if I don't put up an episode by the end of this weekend, it'll probably be another week from now, so maybe 8-9 more days. Hopefully I've gotten some of these projects finished, or at least some progress has been made on them. I've missed you guys. I've missed YouTube. I've missed, coming on here and showing my craft. And now that I've gotten my surgery, I'm feeling a lot more better. My head's a lot more clear and things like that. So hopefully I can start doing this again a little bit more frequently. If not, always pop on over to TikTok. I'm always putting up my 15-second videos at least once or twice a week, depending on, again, how I'm feeling. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Go ahead and check me up on my social media handles, everything, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all going to be the same. And here, YouTube, Tina's Knitting Needle. A lot of them might have a hyphen underneath or something like that. I don't know. But if you just type in Tina's Knitting Needle, you'll find me on all social media handles. Don't be afraid to hit like, comment, send me a DM if you like anything that you see on my TikTok. And I don't know. From there, we can just, talk numbers or talk craft or, just any questions about any of the things that I'm working on and things like that. So here's where I start getting a little talkative, because it's like, all right, wrap it up, Tina, wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and I'm appreciative if you're still here. You have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.